welcome to the press conference for Stefanos Tsitsipas. Please raise your hand, state your organisation and name when asking a question. Stefanos, just give us your thoughts on that match.
I enjoyed my tennis today. I enjoyed the atmosphere out there. I enjoyed the way I fought and the way I tried to find solutions and be in control of the match. A bit disappointed with some of the things that went down. Especially when they're repetitive over and over again, it starts to really get it starts to get really difficult to ignore in a way. Yeah, it felt kind of a circus in a way.
Matt Butterworth, The New York Times. Do you think Nick goes over the line with his behavior on the court?
I like what his tennis has to bring to our sport. Like, he's very different. And that's not a bad thing. But I don't think there's been a single match that I played with him that, you know, he was behaving that way. And there comes a point where you really get tired of it, let's say. The constant talking, the constant complaining. I mean, I'm about to serve and there's a big gap there that there's no tennis being played, which is the most important thing in the court. We're there to play tennis. We're not there to have conversations and dialogues with other people, especially when you really know that the referee is not going to overrule what he decided. You know, it's really silly in a way. The referee has made a decision, and I don't know. It's just like, how are you gonna even change his mind? It doesn't work this way. You're there to play tennis. I've had a lot of experience with umpires. Yeah, it's just like frustrating to see that people just get away with that. It's frustrating.
Nick Callow here. He said after the match that he loved you and showed some respect for you, but he also during the match said that you should be defaulted for hitting a ball. What did you make of that specific complaint?
Look, I have to say it was really bad from my side. I've never done that before, throwing the ball outside the court in that way. I did apologize to the people. I don't know what went through my head that time. I think also his part, you know, with all the circus show going on the other side of the net, it started to become very tiring in a way, you know, just like, and that happened. I mean, I didn't hit any people. It did hit the wall, thank God, and for sure I'm never doing that again. But it's my responsibility for sure. But there was also something that created that behavior that I'm not used to see myself.
Stefanos, Jacqueline Magnay from the Australian newspaper. I mean, for years we've heard these complaints from other players, not just yourself, about playing Nick. Do you think there comes a point when the players themselves, that you in the locker room, have to make a stand about this behaviour? Because it's clear that officials are not really doing anything.
I wish we could all come together and put a rule in place. I don't know, something about talking. Because why would you be talking while you're playing? It makes no sense. You're out there to do your job. Tennis is the most important thing that we're doing out there. And every single point that I played today, I feel like there was something going on the other side of the net. And I'm not trying to be distracted by that because I know it might be intentional. Because for sure he can't play other way, and that's his way of manipulating the opponent and making him feel distracted in a way. There's no other player that does that. There's no other player that is so upset and frustrated all the time with something. It's just, it triggers it so easy and so fast. And I really hope all us players can come up with something and make this a cleaner version of our sport. Have this kind of behavior be not allowed, not accepted, not tolerated, and move on better.
Ben Rothenberg, Graphic Magazine. Steph, I'm just curious about the point penalty you got, which was a return that you hit into the back wall. Like, how intentional was that from you? Was it just you trying to hit the return, or was it, what did you think of that call? Because you didn't seem to notice it until they announced the score the next game.
I was aiming for the body of my opponent, but I missed by a lot. By a lot. Like, it was...
Why? Okay, can I ask, like, you tried to hit him several times. Why?
Just to stop. You know? This needs to stop. It's not okay. Like, someone needs to sit down with him and talk, like, or I don't know what to say. There's frustration behind that for sure, and I'm not used to play this way, but I cannot just sit there, act like a robot and act like someone that is completely cold and ignorant. And it has happened up 3-4 times now. Okay, one time I understand, but like if it starts happening 2-3-4 times, it really gets to your nerves, because you're out there doing your job and you have noise coming from the other side of the court for no absolute reason.
Did you think at the end of the match that maybe you wouldn't have liked to shake hands? I saw you did it, but there was something that went through your mind that he shouldn't deserve me to shake hands with him. And also once I saw that when you miss hit a backhand, he shouted, "Good shot!" I mean, do you remember that? What was your reaction?
Yeah, it's constant bullying. That's what he does. He bullies his opponents. He was probably a bully at school himself. You don't know what's behind. I don't like bullies. I don't like people that put other people down. He has some good traits in his character as well, but when he also has a very evil side to him, which if it's exposed, it can really do a lot of harm and bad to the people around him. Myself, when I feel like other people disrespect me and don't respect what I'm doing from the other side of the court, it's absolutely normal from my side to act and do something about it. The handshake part, well deserved, well done for the great match, for sure. I need to congratulate my opponent. It's a thing that I've been doing my entire life. I've never finished the match and not given my hand to the opponent, simply because of his performance. But attitude-wise, if there was a handshake for that, I would definitely be walking away from it, and that's how it is. It's not correct and it's not acceptable in any way.
Can I
Do you know
just
what?
ask
Sorry,
on?
no, sorry, we need to take other questions about it. James?
Stefanos, you sound quite chesty and sort of coldy. Are you ill? Do you think that contributed to your performance there at all? Have you tested for COVID, for example?
I have tested for COVID. It's just a cold. It started when I came from Mallorca to here, and it's still pretty bad. But I really wanted to play Wimbledon, and for me, this tournament means a lot.
Okay, we'll take your last thing for Charlotte back there.
Hi, Stefanos, Catherine Mitiga, Tennis Podcast. I just wondered, take away the circus tonight, all of that, just about the tennis, what do you think the result would have been?
I really don't know. It's difficult to say because you haven't seen it yourself. But I don't think he can play without having a circus around. It's just the way he likes things being done, like on his own terms, his own way, and he just always gets away with it. And I spoke to the umpire briefly, telling him that it's really crossing the line in many ways. I do understand he got a code violation for something he did. I remember two of the line umpires walking up to the referee and telling him something, so it happened twice, and something might have happened twice, but it just feels very messy. It just feels like disorganized in a way. I guess without it, I mean, for sure a much better, more quality match, also from his side, I suppose, unless he doesn't think he can play this way. But I think it makes for better tennis playing the way it should be played, the normal way, like we do with every single other opponent that is out on the tour.
Λίγο πιο ευθέως. Θεωρείς ότι η αιτία της ήττας ήταν αυτό που έγινε, όλα αυτά που έγιναν?
Δεν το έλεγα, αλλά σίγουρα είναι... σε βγάζει εκτός ρυθμού. Είναι ένα μπουλούκι, πώς να το πω, είναι ένα ό,τι να είναι στο γήπεδο. Δεν νιώθεις ότι υπάρχει οργάνωση, δεν νιώθεις ότι υπάρχει τάξη, κάτι το οποίο το άθλημά μας λειτουργεί έτσι όταν παίζουμε. Υπάρχει τάξη, υπάρχει σεβασμός από όλο τον κόσμο και από τους δύο αθλητές οι οποίοι αγωνίζονται μες στο γήπεδο. Σήμερα νιώθω ότι δεν υπήρχε καθόλου σεβασμός και φυσικά και άλλες φορές έχει υπάρξει έτσι, αλλά δεν μπορεί να συνεχιστεί αυτό, πρέπει να γίνει κάτι. Και δεν είμαι ο μοναδικός παίχτης που το λέει αυτό. Τέτοια συμπεριφορά δεν ανήκει στο τένις σίγουρα.
Θεωρείς ότι επειδή δεν σε έχουμε συνηθίσει σε τέτοιες συμπεριφορές, πιστεύεις ότι σε έδειξε τη συμπεριφορά σου στο δικό του επίπεδο?
Ναι, σίγουρα, ναι, απολύτως. Πρώτα απ' όλα δεν θα έδειχνα αυτό που έδειξα μέσα στο γήπεδο σήμερα άμα δεν ξεκίναγε όλο αυτό. Φυσικά δεν θέλω να παίζω με τους δικούς του όρους, θέλω να παίζω με τους δικούς μου όρους μέσα στο γήπεδο, αλλά υπάρχει και ένα όριο κάποια στιγμή που άμα το ξεπεράσεις αρχίζει και γίνεται κουραστικό. Υπήρχαν στιγμές που σκεφτόμουν τι κάνω μέσα στο γήπεδο. Δεν με σέβεται καθόλου. Δεν σέβεται το παιχνίδι, δεν σέβεται τους διαιτητές, τον κόσμο, οι οποίοι ήρθαν να δουν τένις. Όπως λέμε, η ελληνική ορολογία του Κάγκουρα. Και στην κυριολεξία.
Τα άκουγες αυτά που έλεγε? Αυτά τα good return, τα ειρωνικά που σου έλεγε, τα άκουγες?
Τα άκουγα, ναι.
Σε επηρέαζαν?
Όχι.
Πάντως στο πρώτο σετ ήσουν πιο συγκροτημένος, δηλαδή παρόλο που είχε ξεκινήσει από το πρώτο σετ και τα έκανε αυτά, στο tie break ήσουν πάρα πολύ συγκροτημένος. Μετά ήταν ότι είχες φτάσει στα όρια σου, γι' αυτό άλλαξε η συμπεριφορά σου?
Είχα μια ευκαιρία, πιστεύω, στο 4 όλα στο break point, που ένιωθα ότι αυτή είναι η στιγμή μου και έβγαλε ένα από τα καλύτερα σερβίς του αγώνα, με δεύτερο σερβίς άσο πάνω στη γραμμή. Και πραγματικά εκεί ένιωθα ότι ήταν μεγάλη μου ευκαιρία να πάω 5-4 πάνω, να το κλείσω με 2-0 σετ και νομίζω εκεί η ψυχολογία θα έχει αλλάξει τελείως. Δεν νομίζω έχει γυρίσει ποτέ από 2-0 σετ κάτω ο Νίκ. Και για μένα δεν είναι από τους παίχτες οι οποίοι θα δώσουν την ψυχή τους μέσα στο γήπεδο, κυρίως όταν είναι σε τέτοιο κατήφορο. Για παράδειγμα, κάποιος όπως ο Ναδάλ, μάλλον δεν το έλεγα αυτό, αλλά σε αυτή την περίπτωση θα μου δίνει ένα μεγάλο πλεονέκτημα να συνεχίσω αυτό το έργο με τάξη και έτσι όπως έκανα τη δουλειά μου.
Η σχέση σας γενικά πώς είναι?
Σίγουρα μετά από αυτό δεν θα υπάρχει καμία σχέση.
Πριν πώς ήταν?
Κάπως οκ. Ναι, δεν βγαίναμε και έξω, αλλά γεια λέγαμε σίγουρα και είχε καλές, είχα και εγώ καλές προθέσεις, εννοώ καλές φιλικές σχέσεις, αλλά ναι, δεν νομίζω είναι ωραίο αυτό που κάνει.
Εντάξει, Στέφανα, ευχαριστώ πολύ. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, welcome to the press conference for Nick Kyrgios. Remember to raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking your question. We'll start. Nick, just give us your thoughts on the match.
Roller coaster. Thought the level was pretty good. Barring everything that happened. I'm really happy to just be second week of a slam again here for the fourth time, I think. So, just super happy to. I think the hard work and just the way I've been playing on the grass is paying off.
Hi Nick, it's Chris Johnson from Grand Slam Magazine. Stefanos Tsitsipas was just in here, and I'm going to quote to you what he said. He said that it's constant bullying. He was probably a bully at school. I don't like bullies. He has a very evil side to him. That's what he said.
I don't know what to say. I'm not sure how I bullied him. He was the one hitting balls at me. He was the one that hit a spectator. He was the one that smacked it out of the stadium. I didn't do anything. I was actually apart from me just going back and forth to the umpire a fair bit, I did nothing towards Stefanos today that was disrespectful. I don't think. I was not drilling him with balls. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But, what do you think?
I mean, he went as far as saying that he thinks that some of the players should get together and talk about you or talk to you and try to deal with what you're bringing onto the court and how it
I'll be pretty upset if I lost to someone 2 weeks in a row as well. Maybe he should figure out how to beat me a couple more times first and then get to that.
Matt Futterman from the New York Times. Is it when you're going back and forth with the umpire and you see Stefanos or any opponent is getting upset? Is it at all tactical that you sort of, or are you just trying to say your piece and it keeps coming? Is it emotional or tactical? I guess is the question.
When I played Filip Krajinovic, he didn't hit a ball at a spectator. He didn't hit a spectator, so I didn't really have much to talk about. I was just wondering why he was still on the court, because I know that if the roles had been reversed, I would have been pulled off that court and defaulted, for sure. So I was just wondering what was going on.
Darren?
Hi Nick, Darren from AAP. Sorry to digress from Stefanos, but special day for Australians at Wimbledon today. First time since '99.
Great question.
We've had four Aussies in the last 16. Can you just talk about that and also special effort from Jason Kubler in particular?
Yeah. I'm obviously not surprised with Demina. He's been flying that flag for a while now and super solid player, and I'm not surprised seeing him in the second week. Kubes, obviously, I hit with him on the indoor court about a week ago. And I thought his level was really good. He obviously beat one of my best mates today. And yeah, I mean, Kubes is capable of doing anything. You make it this far in the draw, you're feeling good, you're seeing the ball pretty big. So I'm super proud with Aussies, being this far still capable of doing some damage at Wimbledon. It's good to see. And
you could potentially play Alex in the quarterfinals. That'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, of course. We've both got a tough match ahead. He's got Garin and I've got Nakashima, and Nakashima won easily today on straight sets, and to do that at Wimbledon on grass is not easy. So he's obviously playing well. So I'm not going to look past that.
Hi Nick, Eleanor Crooks from Press Association. Generally players don't get defaulted for hitting the ball into the crowd. Do you think that should change?
So you don't think that hitting a spectator in the head with a ball warrants a default?
No, I'm just saying, but I can't.
No, but today, do you not think that warrants a default?
Well, I don't think it did actually hit a spectator.
Yeah, it rebounded off the ball and hit the spectator. Yeah, it did. I've seen the video.
Okay, well, but I can't remember anybody being defaulted for hitting a ball into the crowd. I don't know if you.
Djokovic?
Can. No, but he hit a line jump.
So I can just smack balls into the spectator and hit spectators and not get defaulted, is what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying is, should that be an automatic default?
Well, what do you think? So you think I could just peg balls into the crowd and not get defaulted?
What I'm saying is that
well, you just answered your own question. You obviously don't. agree with the rule, you think they should get defaulted then? So if I
yeah,
just like,
I do actually. Yes.
well, there you
I
go.
think if you
We
hit
did
a
it.
ball recklessly into the
Yeah,
crowd,
we did it.
you should get defaulted.
So that's great.
But
So why
that-
was he still on the court?
But what I'm saying is generally players don't get defaulted.
Well, genuinely. So that generally means, okay, that doesn't mean it can't still happen though. Do you not think it was warranted today? He picked up the ball and smacked it into the crowd. It hit someone in the head off the wall.
Yeah, I think absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Next question. We did it.
Hi Nick, Catherine Whittaker, Tennis Podcast. Obviously you both received code violations throughout the match today. Stefanos for the hitting the ball into
We
the
just
crowd.
really need to stop putting us on the same level of behaviour today
Well,
of what happened,
that's kind of the
please.
question. He apologised. He apologised for that. He was pretty profuse about it in his press conference.
Does that make it okay? Because
Well, is there
I've
anything-
sure have apologised and I've been hit with massive fines.
That you would feel the need to apologise for.
What did I do though? What did I do?
Verbal abuse?
Yeah, and I'll get fined for that. Why would I need to apologise? I'm getting fined for it. Because I always get fined. So I'm very keen to see what he will get after today.
Ben from Regression Magazine. Curious, do you think you're playing very well despite all this
Thanks, Ben.
chaos?
Thank you.
But do you think that you can win this tournament? And if so, are you at all worried that all of the circus, this is where Steph used, could be tiring at all for you in these matches?
I feel great. I don't know what he's talking. The circus was all him today. I actually felt great. I feel great physically now. I'm ready to go again if I need to play again tomorrow. I just think he's making that match about me. He's got some serious issues. Serious. I'm good in the locker room. I got many friends. Just to let you know, I'm actually one of the most liked. I'm set. He's not liked. Let's just put that there. So, anyway, no, I'm good. I feel good.
Do you think you can win the tournament?
Yeah, I feel good. As I said, round by round, if I keep doing the right things, I feel good. But I'm alright.
James?
Nick, you were pretty effusive about Stefanos and Petros afterwards.
Yeah.
The last 15-20 minutes feel like that might not be the case anymore. I mean, do you think you'll both brush this off and be friends again in 2 days' time?
I don't care. As I said, when I'm back home and you see my everyday and who I'm competing with on the basketball court, these guys are dogs. The people that I'm playing at Wimbledon, they're not that's soft. To come in here and say I bullied him and stuff, that's just soft. We're not cut from the same cloth. I go up against guys who, are true competitors. If he's affected by that today, then that's what's holding him back. Because someone can just do that and that's going to throw him off his game like that. He's got to, I just think it's soft.
Really?
Nick, you're wearing a shirt with Dennis Rodman's name and picture. In what ways do you see similarities between yourself and Rodman, and in what ways might you like to follow his example?
Honestly, it's just clean washing. I saw the shirt today in my house. I was like, yeah, they'll work. But we watched The Last Dance this morning as well on the TV. I mean, NBA is a great example. These guys are competitors. A little bit of trash talk here or there, and I wasn't even trash talking him. And he's gonna say that I bullied him. I didn't do anything. It's just crazy. I wasn't trying to be like anyone. I was just going out there today competing, third on Wimbledon, and I did it. It was successful. Everything I did worked. It was I'm not going out there to be his friend. Tsitsipas, do you want me to give him a lot of respect and say beautiful shot, Stefanos? No, that's not what I'm gonna give to him. I'm just gonna be myself. I'm not trying to be Dennis Rodman. I'm trying to be myself.
First of all, it was a great match. I enjoyed a lot. Congratulations. Second, do you think that all the critics you get you don't deserve them ever? I mean, apart from today, in general, do you think that everybody's against you, or you're a victim of the media and other stuff? And last thing, today there was one moment when he missed an easy shot, and you say, good shot. I mean, that is not that nice, you must admit it.
Am I trying to be
someone
nice?
would have done it to you, you wouldn't have liked.
And I most likely wouldn't have come in here and said I got bullied. Well, I said nice shot. Well, now it's getting out of hand. Well, first of all, I'll answer your first question. You asked me What did you ask me? My critics and stuff?
Yeah, if you think that everyone is against
No, I
you,
don't really care. They have to watch me play fourth round of Wimbledon. Got a pretty nice paycheck this week as well. So I don't really care about what they think and what they're going to comment on my Instagram or anything like that. As for that, I just go about my stuff. I'll be confident. I'm going to prepare and keep playing the way I know how to play. And it wasn't an easy shot. I hit a good serve, and I saw him working on his backhand return yesterday, and he hit the back fence, so I said good shot.
It's John here from Game to Love podcast. You highlighted what you think has been holding Stefanos back from winning a major.
Oh, I didn't say that. You put that in. I didn't say winning a major. You've just decided to put that
today.
on yourself.
What's been holding you back, would you say?
Well, I think I just don't like travel, and tennis is a tough one. When you're from Australia, you have to travel 8 months of the year to play a full schedule, and that's not something I'm willing to do. So that's first things first. I don't like to travel that much. Obviously, I haven't been able to play a consistent level of tennis. You know, I'm very accountable. I haven't been able to produce my best tennis in consistent number of times in the year, and that's that simple. I've produced some fair consistent tennis against Stefanos though.
This year has been probably your best year, would you say, consistency-wise?
Not really. I was once 13 in the world, but I just don't play enough, I think, at the moment to really be an established top 10 player. Like, I would have to be going deep every week. So, as I said, like, I don't even look at rankings. You know, I felt like the favourite today. And as Ben does this, I know he did too.
We'll just take one more.
Hi Nick, Yasmin from The Express. Obviously you've had all of Stefanos' words put to you now and you've responded, but do you wish that he came up to you in the locker room man to man to do it instead?
He's never doing that. I just don't understand what I did. I don't know what I did today. To start there, I actually don't know what I did nothing towards him. I didn't think I was aggressive towards him. I wasn't hitting balls at his face. I don't know. I don't know what the big. I don't even know it was. It wasn't. I didn't feel like there was any anger. I had no anger towards Steph today on the match. So I don't know where it's coming from, to be honest. Like, I think he was angry because when he hit the ball out of the stadium, it was directed at his box. So obviously they had some friction, and then obviously when you start losing, and then losing to me again, you get angry. Like, and I can officially say I've never given a handshake like that in my life. Every time I've lost, when I got default against Casper Ruud, I look people in the eye and I say, well done today, you were the better man. And he's not a man enough. He wasn't man enough to do that today. So if he's not going to come up to me in the locker and say anything.
Do you think you'll try and do that to him, or is it his problem to come to you if he does have a problem?
What was that, sorry?
Would you go up to him now and confront him about the bully comment, or do you think it's for him to come to you if he has an issue?
I'm not going to confront anyone about anything. That's not bullying. Like, I've been, like, that's not bullying. Anyway. But, yeah, I hope that he, I don't know why he's so hurt.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much.